Greetings my lovelies, really lovely to be back again. Although I think it's only a couple of days since I posted my last video, I am trying to get as many out as possible before we go away on holiday. That video is still to come. Oh, by the way, cheers. It's coffee time today. Using my coffee mug. Right, I do want to say hello to a few people because even though I've just done another video, I've had quite a few subscribers in that time, which is fantastic. I've also just found out, I've had a message from YouTube to say that I've got over 1,000 subscribers. Yay! I think 1,015 or something. And also it told me that I had over 4,000 hours of viewing time logged up. So you guys have watched enough to get to the 4,000 hours viewing time. I cannot thank you enough. My channel isn't big, so if I ever made anything financially from this, it may be £1 here or £2 there. It may not be anything. I don't know and I don't care, to be honest. This is not why I'm doing it. The reason I'm doing these is to contact with you guys and have people enjoying my videos. I have to say, I had a message from Laurel, I think, Laurel Dockel, French Canadian, trapped in Texas. Yay! If you're watching my videos, Laurel, welcome to you. So pleased that you're watching my videos, and really nice messages. You're obviously have been really inspired by watching what I'm doing. What I want to do on this video is just to try and give a ton more inspiration by taking you down to the summer house and showing you our collection of doll houses. Hopefully that will give you and everybody else that's looking and wanting inspiration, hope it will give you bags full. I want to say hello before we carry on, because I hate forgetting any of you guys. I also want to say hello to Betsy Duckworth. Betsy, hi to you if you're watching. Thank you so much for joining the gang. To Fiona as well. I think I've said hello to you before, Fiona, but I just wanted to mention you've been reading the Miniature in Life. Life in Miniature, sorry. I just want you to know that I ordered the book. I don't have it here, but it has arrived and I have started reading it. It's the history of dolls' houses or doll houses, and it's so fascinating at the moment. So I'm only about a third of the way through, but really enjoying it. Thank you very much for that tip, Fiona. And I hope you're well today. Also, Andrew Carlton, welcome to you, Andrew, if you're watching this video. Thank you so much for joining. It's nice to get a guy now and again joining the channel. Guys, dollhouse too, you know. Actually, some of it's quite macho work. I mean, you've got to cut wood, you've got to do carpentry, you've got to make things. So it's, or maybe that's not macho. Maybe that's just, what are we nowadays? With all non-binary whatevers. Let's move on. Last but not least, Leanne Langley. Hi Leanne, I want to say hello to you and thank you so much for joining our family, which is growing all the time. The exciting thing is, why I'm so excited about getting over 1,000 viewers and so many thousand viewing hours. I think, as far as I know, I'm going to look into it any day now. I think that means that I can go live and do a live video with you. If that is the case, I will check I will look at the time combinations of the US, Canada, the US, and ourselves in the UK, and I will try and work out a live video. Can't even think about that in my head at the moment, but I'll work out for me what would be the best time for all you guys that you would be awake and able to come on and say hi. That would be amazing. To have my first people ever come back to me, people that I already know, family. You're my family, yay. So anyway, so that is up and coming hopefully very soon. I'll work out the live streaming thing and hopefully we'll be chatting soon. So, as I said in this video, I'm having just a small break from the Parisian dollhouse at the moment, or the shop. It is right here, you can't see it, but off camera. But I've just got to the point where I'm just looking for bits and pieces to add to it now. So that will just be ongoing. I will do a video shortly, probably after we come back off holiday, with the actual front of the shop on, so you can see it more than it's sort of how it should look. And we'll do a little journey inside to where I've got so far. I am in the middle of making sewing and making curtains for the windows. I haven't put that on a tutorial. It's the first time I've done curtains before. They are actually coming out looking really quite good, but I didn't want to make it look like I knew what I was doing and you guys follow. You know, you can probably do them better than me. So, but anyway, you'll see my efforts shortly when I do the next video on the Parisian dollhouse. So let's waste no more time. That's 5 minutes already. Sorry, 6 minutes. Let's get out there and give you guys some inspiration. Okay, here we are. Just before we go on, I've got lots of ventilation in the room at the moment because we have a fire going on as we speak. There's 3 hours to go till it's finished, and then about, I don't know, about 5 or 6 hours to cool down. So that's my ceramic vases I have in there. So a new set of ceramic vases coming your way, guys, soon. And if we stand back a bit further to give us some space, and I'll give you the overall look of the room first of all. These are all these scenes. Now all these scenes and houses, apart from one at the moment, which is this one here, you might recognise if you've watched my videos, but that's my Bohemian dollhouse. And the rest of them at the moment are all John's. I'll show you around here as well. This one was mine, I bought it, and then John decided he'd really love it, so he's doing it instead. And that is the one that I've been showing you on the recent videos, his what we're calling the upstairs downstairs house. So I'll show you the up-to-date bit of that, the bits and pieces that he's got, and little tea room there. But let's go back and we'll start from this side and then we'll work our way around. So we're going to go in first of all. This is now all these projects, I have to say, guys, they're all, as you would know yourselves in dollhousing, they are all ongoing. So you don't just do a house, put things in it and then finish it. It's something that is ongoing all the time. So with every house or every building, there will be things that you already looking to add or whatever. The tea house here, I imagine it would look nice with some like Roman blinds around the top of the windows, or maybe curtains just down the sides, or something in the doorway or above the doorway. These are all little things that will be added as the years go on. So and there's different plugs. I won't plug all the lighting in at the moment, but I will show you the insides of all of them. So let's go inside the tea room and see what's in there. Now I apologise, guys, for my filming. I'm holding the camera in my hand, so a bit shaky, I'm sure. But this is inside the tea room. There's lots of little cakes and nibbles and things there. There's a couple of lunches going on in the table. That looks brilliant. And the dresser at the back. All different bits and pieces that John's added. And the doorway through there to the kitchen, I suppose. All painting on the wall. See the dresser there, the wall unit there. That will have lots more things added to it to dress it. There's the counter there with the till, bits and pieces, some bread for sale, bread bin, and another table set up there. It's one of my vases or vases on the table with some tulips in. A little baby chair with some cakes and things on. So, and I think, and John did the stone flooring there. and that's pieces of cardstock, I think you guys call it, and quite a sort of thick card, and he's just cut slabs out or squares and then painted them, laid them down and then painted them, and then put a little grouting in the middle. See that unit there will have lots of things put in there as well. So yeah, oh, another one of my vases. So, and that is the tea room. Okay, now this is John's upstairs downstairs house. I've taken the front away, the street view there with the basement going down, so that's the basement in there. We'll come up to the top. Like I said, this is literally, John is in the middle of working out what he wants in here. He's collecting bits and pieces, so the rooms aren't really set out as such. I think the playroom is pretty much on the go here, as you can see, children's playroom, so I think he's done most of the things there. There's a nice little Jemima puddle duck on the wall. Oh, if you can see, can't really see properly, but we've got Peter Rabbit up on the top left there, little painting. So yes, that's the children's playroom. Now if we move across to the attic, this is by no means finished at all. It's much too clean, much too tidy. He needs to dirty things up, but he's just literally placing things, just putting things in there to store them, so they're not even placed. But we're just collecting bits and pieces that you may find in an attic. So there's different trunks. The tea chest there, I showed in one of my previous videos. I made that for him. Very proud of it too, my first tea chest. And also the purple and yellow leather suitcases, I made those as well for him. I'm hoping to make some more bits for the attic. But yes, like I say, that's just put in there at the moment just to store. It's not actually dressed at all. This room is obviously not dressed, but maybe you can guess this is going to be the music room. Sorry, I think my camera is going in and out in focus. I apologise for that. But these are literally, it looks like a junk room where things have just been piled up in an old stately home. But it's not meant to look like that. Eventually it will all be placed. Shame about the camera going out of focus. But anyway, this is one of the hallways upstairs. Again, these are bits just lying around that may or may not be used in the building or placed whatever. But there is going to be a desk there with things on, a little globe and a map of the world, and a nice little chair. So that's there. If we come down, there's another hallway here. There's nothing, there's a grandfather clock in it. I actually really want a grandfather clock for my Parisian house upstairs. So that's one thing on my list to get for that. Again here, these are just lying around, obviously waiting to be decided whether they're going to be placed or not. This is the lounge. Oh, I must show you, that's a new addition. A lady that we know, she's a miniaturist, and she got the fabric for this chair from Les Chinoiseries, which is where we've got all our wallpapers from. And I also bought my fabrics to do the windows in my Parisian shop or house. But this is from Les Chinoiseries, and it's actually the fabric is the alternate colour version of the wallpaper that John bought. So he showed her the wallpaper he was using, and then which is in the blue background with the beige flowers, and she got the fabric there, the dark brown the flowers and the beige in between. So it just goes really nice combination in the room. So that will be staying in the lounge. And the other bits of furniture, these probably won't. He doesn't know yet. Doesn't know what he's doing with them. But let's move down here to a third hallway. Again, these bits are just lying around, maybe or maybe not be used. And this is well on the way to looking good. This is, if I can focus in here, that's table that he ordered from D-Door Designs. I'll put that hopefully in the description box for you guys to look at. She's UK based, and she does a lot of her own 3D printing, like the big ornaments in the middle of the table there. They're all 3D printed of her own designs, and then she paints them and gilds them. But the table comes like that, with it all set and stuck to the table. It's absolutely lovely piece. Obviously the dresser there, he'll be putting more things on the dresser. That's just gone in the other day. But anyway, that's that. If we come down here, this is the sort of kitchen area with washing machine and fridge in, or refrigerator, different bits and pieces. So that is still not sure if that's staying in there or not. We don't know yet. Maybe a bathroom, maybe a kitchen, small kitchen, we don't know. But then if we come next door, this is where the downstairs people would work to prepare all the food. And this is the best room in the house so far. All these units are from D-Door Designs. Again, her name's Julie. She's really nice. We've met her, I don't know, 3 or 4 times now, and bought different things off her. And we'll be seeing her at one of the fairs. There's 2 or 3 fairs coming up in different places in the UK, so we will be going to one of those to see her and everybody else. But yeah, I think you guys will admit that she does a really good job. So these are all dressed by her, so you just buy the piece as it is. I mean, the detail is amazing. She makes a lot of it and paints it herself. But the oven there, the light comes on in the coals in the oven, so it looks nice and homely. But yeah, that's and there's a door going out there to go into the rest of the house. So there we are, that's that. Okay, let's move on to the next house. Okay, so this space here will be where my Parisian doll's house will go. There's the basement, which I'm yet still to do, so you guys will see that on a video of whatever I end up doing to that. But let's go on next to another one of mine, the boho house, bohemian house. So that's still ongoing, as all of them are. Let's have a little look inside. Oh, I decorated the rocking chair with a couple of colours, shabby chic looking, just to give you a hint of what's inside. And I made the planter with the trellis and the ivies. They took a long time, but I think they look quite good. And the flowers and everything. So that was one of the very first things I ever made in miniatures. I think maybe it was the first, actually. Right, and when you look through the window, I think we need blinds or curtains in this house. But there's one of my vases. You can just see inside the window there with a plant in it. So let's go in and have a look. Now this house is definitely ongoing, but it's meant to be a sort of mid-century sort of bohemian family that live here. So they've got their own kind of style. But as you can see, the unit there will eventually be filled with different things. There's old-fashioned speakers there because they have I don't think you actually can't see it, but in the back there's an old-fashioned record player. I can't get the camera in there, sadly. I made that paper light with tissue and wire, how you used to get, I think I can't remember when they were out, but I made one of those and it does light up. I also made the Macrame or Macrame plant holder. I do a lot of that, or did a lot of that when it was first fashionable. I used to make huge ones for commissions for people. Or you can see the record player a bit better in the back there. There we are, a little table lamp. So a little gumball machine. I just think that's fab. There's a little room off in there that I don't even know what that's going to be yet. And then next door we have a very empty looking bedroom, but I did make the bed from scratch and cut it all out and stuck it together, and I made the duvet cover. That's all very out of focus. Sorry guys. I don't know if that makes it any better at all. But that was just scraps of fabric that I sewed together as you do in patchwork, because I do patchwork as well. Being a sewist, of course I do patchwork. So yeah, so that bedroom, eventually that will build up and build up. So, and then we come down here, if we come down into the kitchen, I made, I think, all the furniture for the kitchen, the wall units, all the wall units I made, the ones on the left there, and the kitchen sink and the worktops, I made those. Just beside the sink down there, there's a little, they're little Hessian boxes that come out, little baskets. But all the doors and drawers all open. It's fully workable. And I made the dresser. I may make another dresser, maybe a slightly different style, just for something different to do. But I may make a dresser for the Parisian house down in the basement kitchen. So if you guys are interested, I may, if I remember, I may put it on a video and show you me making a dresser. So anyway, on the little mouse there sitting, taking bits of cheese without the trap going off. I think that's quite fun. And then we have a spiral staircase going up to the next floor, and then we have a wingback armchair which I made in a beach fabric. I think that was great fun to make with piping and everything on. I made the dining room chairs and tables. Sorry, and one of my vases, of course. And then if we come across here, I made the sofa and the couch as well. So that's a K facet fabric called Fans, I think. So I made that. I made the coffee table as well. I just added bits of trim on it and what have you. Just another one of my vases. And then television unit at the back, and there I've done more macrame. Just made up my own design. I just threaded a load of string. It's actually embroidery thread for 12th scale, which I think it came out quite well. And then tons and tons of beads I just added to it, and then another macrame plant holder on this floor with one of my bowls in, one of my first bowls that I made. And then we have the sofa in the seaside fabric with all the trimming around the edges of the fabric. But I made that as well. That was great fun making that. So there we have the boho house so far. As you can see, a lot more upstairs to be added, and probably more downstairs. But it also has an attic which may turn into a craft room or something. We'll see. Okay, now let's go into Tudor times. Again, very much ongoing is this house. So this is obviously one of John's. John made up the Tudor bed, made that, and the tables. All very basic, being Tudor times. It might not all look, our houses may not look historically correct, 100%, but we're just having fun. So it's just to give the idea of an older house, sort of Tudorish house. But at some point he will get fabrics and some kind of lumpy mattress and make it all and do the bed. There's a little hallway there, and he made some stairs going up into the attic, and a little side table there. He also made the banisters, or the railings, or whatever you call them. And we go into another room here, and there's a little spinning wheel going on, and a settle, I think they're called, in the back there. And a fireplace. There's a shield there. I haven't looked at this for a while. John made the fireplace. He put all that together and made it sort of marble effect. I think for the first time we've been doing all these things. As you see these houses, we've never done anything before these houses, so I'm quite proud of both of us, I have to say. That they, you know, when you finish, they actually look quite the thing. He also put all the beams around the rooms as well to give it a sort of Tudor look. Then if we come down here, he made the chairs. I don't know if you can see the design of them properly. Let's get this one. Oops, and put that there. It's a little chair, and did a little bit of detail there. I think they're quite fun. Made those. Let's put that back. And again, he did the fireplace as well, a slightly different style. And all the fires come on. They all light up, which is great. And there's a hallway here. He didn't make the bench, but obviously now you've seen things that he's made, he obviously could make the bench, but it was cheap, and you know, why, you know, if you can just spend £1 or a couple of pounds on something that's already made, then why take the time? But he did make the table at the back there, the console table type thing. And there's a couple of my terracotta pots I made, and fired them in the kiln. Just sort of naive looking, slightly out of shape, but just to make them a bit rough looking. And then the kitchen here, well, we've got wildlife roaming around the kitchen. Yes, oh, and also John, you can't really see it properly, but John made the whole fireplace and the fire surround and painted it. And the fires do come on. There's a fire in the middle you can't really see there through all that, through the stuff hanging on the ceiling. But he made the fire grate, like the front part of the fire and everything. So, and the flooring, made all the flooring as well for the house. So, yay! So that's the Tudor house. If you hear a clicking sound now and again in the background, guys, that's my the kiln doing its firing. Right, here we have he calls this one the Christmas house because it's got Christmas scenes in it all the time. Right, oh, this isn't good for me. An old man like me on my knees, I may not get up again. We may have to film from here on, guys. Right, here we have the bathroom. Nice clean and tidy looking bathroom. Excellent. Next door we have a craft room going on. Obviously loads more to put in on the shelves and bits and pieces, but that just gives you an idea. And there's the top of the hallway there where not Henry, what are they called? Harry Hoover. Here we have a bedroom, just so far. Obviously lots more we can add in, or John can add in there. I think these, the bed there, the flowers and things, they're all 3D. I can't remember how they're made, and also on the top of the wardrobe. But they're all stuck on and added on. And these again are by D-Door Designs. She makes different rooms, settings, but it's really, really pretty. If you can see that, and the side, the unit there. So that's that one. And let's come down here. We have a very clean, tidy kitchen. I think John must live in this one because he has OCD. So the house, I think he's cleaning as we speak, but the house, our real house, is always spotless, I'm pleased to say. But the cupboards there, they're obviously bare. They need loads of things putting in. So ongoing again. And there's a dining room here. And John did the table. He did his own settings. So they're just stuck on with tacky wax. And there we have the first hint of Christmas going up the stairs. Oh, and there's a little ginger Nigel cat in there. I'm going to have a Nigel cat in my houses, obviously. Nigel will have to be in all my houses. And then the lounge. They've obviously made more of an effort at the moment in the lounge. Santa has come to visit, so it's must be Christmas Eve. And lots of little goodies and things here. Presents around the tree. There's crackers on the table. And the Christmas stockings on the fireplace. Little Christmas cards. Tree has been decked. Decked with holly and whatever, and little paper chains. They're so cute. They're tiny. If I can put my fingers there at all, it's like a giant's come to attack them, but they're brilliant. They're actually linked together. God knows how someone took time to do that. And there's the Christmas cards there hanging up the wall. A lovely couch there, really nice colour couch, really cosy looking. So that's the Christmas house. Okay, I might as well stay on my knees here, guys. I ain't getting up, getting down and getting up again twice in one day. So while we're down here, we have a little garden, little vegetable garden produce centre going on. There's lots of seeds and flour packets there. We've got a stall there with fresh veg to be bought, and a little shop. There's the shop owner, I guess. A little shed at the back there. That needs filling with tools and things. As you can see, as you're watching this, you'll be able to see that there's loads and loads of things you can add to all these houses and scenes. But it's just the journey so far. You know, it's all started from scratch. So, you know, I think we're doing okay at the moment, but we can see the potential. But there's all fruits and veg and things in there for sale. A lovely old greenhouse. So that's the garden scene. And now we're going to move straight on. While I am down here. And we're going to move to John's garage scene. He is very much into his cars. He loves his cars. So he has 3 at the moment. Far too many. Anyway, this is a garage scene, and he doesn't have an old car in real life, but he does like old cars in general. Oh, that's got its cover on. That's a car that I got him for a Christmas present to go with his garage scene. Whichever Christmas that was. But there's a tool station at the back there. There's a garage workers, owners, whoever. And he made the flooring again, as he did for the garden centre and what have you. And he's done the same here. And here we have another guy working there with the old tyres. And then it looks, you can just see in the garage there's all benches with different things on. There we are. So that's the garage scene so far. Okay, something different again. If we dare, let's go into the creepy Halloween house. So on the outside of the house there, we have a very creepy looking tree. Not much going on there. Oh, even creepier, it's got a noose hanging there. Which I had to look up online to find out how you make a hangman's noose. Really weird. He has a rest in peace gravestone there, which he made himself, and the stone that it's standing on, with lots of moss. And there's black cats and things hanging around. There's ravens. Sorry, this is out of focus, some of it, folks. So that's the outside. And if I open the door, we have the basement and the upstairs. Should we go into the basement first while it's on camera? Heaven knows what's going on there. But he's wired up to electrodes and things. There's a mummy in the corner. Not having a good day. And lots of bits and pieces. I think that beside the mummy is actually an old toilet. Oh, with a hat with an arm coming out. I don't think that's sorry about the focus. But anyway, and we have a coffin here with a body coming out of it. There's an old severed head lying there. And we have a coffin in the back there, in the background, and a skeleton hanging. I think he's been hanging for a bit too long. I don't know. What do you think? Bits and pieces lying around, and someone there, obviously possessed. Oh, there's a bottle fallen down there with the door closing. I think that goes up on the shelf there. Anyway, little bits of poison and stuff, I think, and dragon tears. Gosh. Anyway, let's move up here into the house. Oh, that's an old leather, a red leather wingback chair that I made for John's house. If I can take it out and show you in the light. And what was really weird was taking so long to make something and to make it look old and worn, and then to get the X-Acto knife and cut it. So the stuffing starts coming out and ripping it. It felt really weird taking all that time and then tearing the fabric. But there you go, that's what he wanted, and it's given the effect. So I shall place that back in there. And this, here we are, the skeletons having tea. Except they're on diets, so they're not really having anything to eat. They're just drinking glasses of red wine or blood, as you would. That's there. Oh, and John made the fireplace, the bits above it, the shelving, stuck those together. Put bits of mirror in, which looks quite good. And there's bookcases at the back there. This dark house, this isn't focusing at all, it looks like to me, so huge apologies, but you get the idea, you get the gist. There's a bloody hand coming out of a chest there, and a Bible. I don't know what the Bible's doing, it doesn't look like it's doing much good. There you go. And there's a coffin shelving unit at the back there with bits and pieces on, cobwebs and things. There's I bought that for John. It's a head, I think, of a ram, like a skeleton skull. That was from Miniatura Fair, I think, near the NEC. And I got him the ghost as well. Oh, actually, he bought the ghost, but I phoned him at the time and asked him, showed him different things at the fair because he wasn't with me at the time, and he was busy. But I got some bits and pieces to bring back for him. So that's that. And then if we go up into the attic, we've got someone sleep. It looks like Frankenstein or someone sleeping on the bed there. And we've got a closet at the back. I've just thought, having skeletons in your closet, yay! Do you know, he's had this for quite a while, and I've just thought about that saying. So yes, there we are. There's a skeleton in his closet. How funny! Oh dear. I tell you, when us guys aren't that interesting to have real skeletons in our closets, where what you see is what you get. And there's a nice. That was from Miniature Affair as well, the skull with the candle light on the top. That does light up when you plug it in. So yeah, so that's on the door there, when the room's shut, he's got a bookshelf in there with little spell books and things, different things going on there, and little potions and different things there. So yeah, so that's the House of Horrors. Okay, last but certainly not least, I have saved the funniest till last. I think if you guys haven't seen this already, then you may think this is hysterical. But here we have a very plain looking building, doesn't look like much is going on the inside. And down here we have a funeral directors. This is a funeral parlour downstairs. There's a post box here, and we have, for some reason, we have a policeman standing on patrol waiting outside, and a little door side entrance there that looks very red inside, very red walls, red carpet, suspicious, above the Undertakers. But let's have a look at the Undertakers. Okay, so inside the Undertakers, Obviously we have serving suggestions for the bereaved, choices of coffins, a little desk there, typewriter going on, and there's some shelving at the back there that will obviously have things put on it at some point, and a doorway through to the back there. Here we have the proprietor, dressed very smartly with his tash and tie, yes, just waiting for business. And if we can't see it properly, it probably won't focus, I don't know, but here we have, it won't focus, but that's actually a yardstick for measuring, which I thought was a really good a good thing to have in an undertaker's when the customers walk in to book what they want. He's obviously going to measure them up so we know what size to have when they need them. But if we go into the doorway next door, we are going into a completely different world. In the hallway downstairs we have some very dubious looking lady dressed in red at the bottom of the stairs waiting to greet you as a customer, and a couple of little bits and pieces there, and then the stairs go in and up the back there, and they go up into, oops, let me stand up, that was an effort, they go into a waiting room. Sorry, that's completely out of focus, but we go into a waiting room here with different pictures, magazines and things going on. There's a newspaper to sit and read, little table, oh, and a dance pole in the middle of the room. And Christmas is going on in that room, obviously, at the moment. And here we have, he doesn't really want to be filmed, but we do have a customer sitting here waiting, pretending to read his magazine. But if we go in fact this sofa will have to be moved, but if we go in through the doorway, we have a little beaded curtain there that John has made a lot of bits in this house, but I won't go through them all, but he did make the curtain. And then we can go into the different rooms of the brothel above the funeral parlour. This is hysterical. So here, let me look, yeah, here we have the mid-range hooker. So it depends on what the customer wants to spend. And as they say, you get what you pay for. so this is the mid-range hooker. I love her chandelier with the bits of Christmas tinsel on it. There we are, and the little side table here for washing and cleaning. There's a little box of tissues on the floor. God. Oh, honestly, this is hysterical. And let's move up. There's 3 classes of hookers here, do we call them? And this is obviously the top class hooker. This is the high class hooker. She does a lovely corsets and things on the bed, and nice bedding. I dressed the bed, put the fabric on the bed. That's the first bed I've ever done, and with a sort of chinoiserie oriental fabric that I had in my stash. So I made that to go with the floral wallpaper. So that's there's a nice wardrobe in the back there with some corsets and things hanging. Bottle of champagne if the customer wants a little drink, if they have time. How funny! And this one, this is the one he calls the economy hooker. We have some toilet rolls on the floor, and here she is. Oh God, I'm so sorry this isn't focusing, folks. But there we have the hooker in the back there. She's just waiting to get down to business. And here we have she's got mirrors on the ceiling. You can never have enough shoes, handbags and mirrors on your ceiling. And here we have at least she's got a little washstand here. Some towels and things. But there we are. That's economy hooker. So there we have. And John, he did think through the whole thing, he thought it would be good to have a brothel premises built over an undertaker's. So of course, if any of the customers got a little bit too overworked and maybe had a little heart attack, then they didn't have far to go afterwards. So there we are. There's little shelves in the bedrooms with little things on, different things in the bedrooms, little perfumes and things. So there we are, some glamour hanging up on the wall there. I think they're some trashy earrings or something hanging on the wall. But there you go. Oh, and a little picture. Oh, New York. Yay, we love America. And we can't wait to get back there. Anyway, that's a whole nother story and a whole nother video. So there we are. Let me close the door. There we are. So from the outside, you wouldn't know what was going on upstairs. That's hilarious. Okay, guys. So there we have. Oh, there we have all our scenes so far. Space there for my Parisian house, which will be coming down soon. And I need to close the attic there, but let's do that now. Bye bye. Yeah. Okay guys, thank you again so much for watching. If you have watched this video, thank you. As always, I will add a description down below to my Etsy shop if you want to go and look at my vases that I make, my ceramics. They're sort of selling gradually as we go along, which is fantastic. Selling more than I thought I would, which is brilliant. And I have to say, everyone has given that fantastic feedback and comments saying that the photos don't, as always, don't do them justice. So do have a look at those. If you're watching this video now, we will be the Etsy shop will be closed for posting for a couple of weeks very soon. I must get that done, but then I will be back on again to post when we get back from holiday. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you got loads of inspiration from the houses we've shown you. There's lots of different styles going on there, and there will be another new style, as I have said in my previous videos, completely different again. I cannot wait. I'm too excited, but I can't tell you till the video comes. But that will be my next project, big project as well, from scratch. So look out for that. I can't wait. I'm so excited. I just want to tell you, but I'm not. Take care, you guys. Please keep well. I hope you're safe, and speak to you again soon. Bye all.